Well, g'day there, traders. Thanks for tuning in to this individual share analysis update. If you're interested in wanting to know what the market is set to do for the month of April, I'd really recommend you to go and have a look at the previous video, which I've done as at Thursday, the 3rd of April. 2014. That really maps out where the Dow Jones Industrial Average looks to be heading. It is sort of sitting on the edge of a resistance level, the all-time high. And if we do break above where we're trading at the moment, let me just bring it up for you. There are a lot of, let me just get this into perspective. There are a lot of sort of upside potentials and a really high probability for a new bullish market set to kick in for 2014. You can see we've set this very strong resistance level around 16,500, and we are very, very close to breaking above it. So if you want to see sort of the intricacies of that analysis, please have a look at the additional or the previous video, which I did do addressing that very such subject. On the grounds of new individual share updates, let me just bring up some watch lists and let's just go through and see which shares have triggered, if any, that we can talk about. And here's Berkshire. Nothing has triggered on Berkshire. 126 is my bullish entry. I'm very excited about that bullish entry. CHK, again, nothing really to talk about. We are sitting in no man's land, so there's no real trade set up for a swing trade on CHK. Now, this is a really interesting signal on CNX. This is something which takes my eye straight away. So what's actually happened on CNX is that we've come up and we've hit into resistance 3 times. You can see during the month of February and also March that we've come up and we've established resistance, a very, very well-established resistance level. Over the 3 days of this week so far, you can see we've had 3 very interesting candlestick patterns. We have what we call a hammer candlestick on Monday, we have an inside day on Tuesday, and then as of Wednesday's trading session, we have what we call a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. Now, 2 out of 3 of these candlesticks, Mondays and Wednesdays, are very, very bullish signals. That's telling us that there's people wanting to jump in and to start buying CNX around this level, and it is quite a way above our old support level. So you can see that the buyers are becoming eager to actually trade CNX. So I'm really excited about this 41.54 entry. I'm actually going to move it up just a little bit, and it's going to sit here at $41.60 a share. Also, the $38 bearish entry is still good if in fact people want to come in and start selling this down. It doesn't really bother me, but this is a really good bidirectional trade on CNX. So keep it on your individual update. Again, not a lot much to talk about CSIQ. We've spoken about the fact that this could be a bear flag. So we've got our trigger here at $30.67. DE has broken out really nicely. 89.48 was the original entry last week. You can see, it triggered on Monday this week, and we've just come up and we've hit into resistance. What I'd like to see before I enter at 92.03 are a couple of sideways days, maybe what we call a pennant, something like that, maybe even a stair-step pattern where we get 3 or up to 5 days of sideways nothing movement, and then we get that directional pop bullish. At the moment, there's no structure and there's no upper defined resistance level other than the fact of this really all-time high, or this old resistance level here at $91.90. We need to build pressure around this level before we consolidate and continue higher. FSLR, again, just hanging out on those exponential moving averages. Really simple trade setup. Any movement above 75.30, super good to jump into. Garmin, again, just continuing in that bullish directional move. We had this trigger set literally back in the month of February. Initial entry was 51.67 at that all-time high break. And if you're in this trade, congratulations, it's absolutely killing it for you. LLY, very similar to CNX. You can see that we're building those 2 ranges, 60.52 and 56.06. We're nowhere near either of those 2, but we are building pressure, and we will get that directional movement very, very soon. Here's LinkedIn. LinkedIn appears to be moving bearish in the continuation of that bearish trend lower. So we're establishing lower highs. You can see these lower highs as we make our way down. You can see those lower lows as we also transition bearishly. So I've got this 176.87 trigger. Another one on the bullish side, about 208. It doesn't matter which way this wants to move. We'll catch the breakout if in fact and when it does occur. Oracle, really interesting. We did get an inside day candlestick, so this is a little bit of a pullback. We have broken out really nicely above this $40.12 entry, which is definitely profitable. When I see this candlestick pattern, it tells me 2 things. One, that it's slowing down, right? So the bullish energy needs to rest and consolidate. The second thing is that we need to look for what type of chart pattern it will set up to be so that we can re-enter in the directional break bullish. All right, so more times than not, this will be some form of a pennant. It'll be, again, a form of a stair step. Let me just get my wording correct. or it'll be in fact what we call a bull flag. So there's really three different types of chart patterns, one in red, one in green, one in blue. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day what the chart pattern could or could not be, but really the re-entry point is going to be up here about $42.06 a share. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on Oracle for that re-entry. Pepsi, 3-day pullback off this resistance level. Do I think that this is a top? No, I do not. I do think we are going to break above 83.84. I think this is just going to be a retracement into these exponentials, which do have a cross and has held support during the month of March, all right? So we could just be retesting these exponentials before we get the next bullish pop higher. SCTY, again, not really a whole lot to talk about. It is floating all around that primary bullish trend line. There's better trades out there, much like SEE. SEE is continuing to move in our direction. 32.58 was the initial order. Here we are at 33.45, about $1 of intrinsic value into those call options, almost at our target up here, just shy of $34 or smack on $34. Once we get there, reset it up above resistance and trade the breakout. Soda, this has been actually a losing trade for us. And again, you'll always have losing trades. You'll never be 100% statistically right or right in your analysis. This isn't a science, it's more of an art. And of course, things can go wrong. So here's Soda. It's not the end of the world. We had an entry at $44. And having said that, and we're trading at $43.15. So it is a write down of 85 cents. That's okay. Just place your stop in a smart order or location. Mine is down here, just shy of this resistance level at $42. So around 42, maybe even 41.95, just below that psychological round number, below those three exponentials, which are very, very important because they could still act as support and bounce Soda higher. Target to end with getting closer to the 61.70 bullish breakout. So that is something also to keep on your radar. If we do, then you can say that we have reversed the trend. You can see we've made that first higher low, HL, and I'll put 1, and then we've got HL2 over here. So interesting things ahead for Target. Could be a terminal trend reversal. Do we have any bullish divergence? Yes, we do. I mean, we don't, pardon me, let me just rephrase that. We do not have bullish divergence, but you can see the MACD is definitely telling us that the long-term momentum has changed from down. So you can see the cross moving down to the actual histogram moving into positive territory and making those lower sort of arcs. So that's very, very interesting on Target. This could be, again, a terminal reversal, and this could be the low, setting up for a multi-year rally in the share Target. So all the best, everyone. Thanks for watching this analysis. Give it a thumbs up and a share and a like. Comment whatever you want to do with it. All the best. I'll see you later on in the week. Goodbye.